Alright, so, yeah, yesterday, I guess I kind of made this DSP model, and today we're going to kind of code it up. So let me get rid of that text and make sure it's off the screen. And I'm going to probably do something a little more chill. And, yeah, so I've already got some other characters made, and just to showcase what I have right now, we'll just go and go to the start screen. Chances are you've never seen this before because I only get like 183 views on these things, but yeah, I'm making like a lolcow Baldur's Gate type deal with Godot 4. I am the average Godot enjoyer, so I do a bunch of dumb shit with Godot. And this is the newest online. But I also like to like help people learn and shit, so I like to make tutorials, and that's why I find myself here. So let's go ahead and just choose one of these. We'll choose Felted, and we'll say load game. And yeah, so now we are in the main game. And we can move Cobra over here and get attacked by Daniel Larson. I mean, Cyrax.
I made you, and I will.
So that's the enemy AI playing, and that's Cobra dying from a poison, from a stink spell that Cyrax just cast. And then he's got a bitch smack, and yeah, basically we gotta code more shit for all these guys, but I need to add in more player characters to test shit, so I'm adding in DSP. We got Wings over here too, and yeah, this is where I'm at. So today we're gonna make Wings, DSP, much like we made our other enemies. So I'm gonna close this and close that for now. I'm gonna also close, well, I have to leave that open. We'll close, I think we'll leave the testing area open. And let's head to DSP and see what we have. Basically all I did, I made the model yesterday using Blender and Make Human. That's why he's got that Make Human shirt. But we need to start adding code to him. So we're just going to go ahead and add a script and name it DSP. Yeah, I guess we'll just name it dsp.gd. So I'm going to have to look at my other, let me go back to my testing and let me open up Cobra because he's the most fleshed out. And we're basically going to go through and just, I'm going to copy and paste a lot of stuff, but kind of explain what I'm doing, just because it's, you know, it's kind of like a tutorial as well. So let me just remember what the fuck I'm doing. I'm going to get a sip of coffee. I don't want to drink into the mic. Alright, so what we have first is our player image, and what that is the image that shows up on the 2D over here, and each player has to be assigned one of these, and we just have it loaded. So we'll go ahead and add that in. I'm going to copy from the enemy, from King Cobra. We're going to grab it. Yeah, player load, and let's actually get a image of DSP loaded up in here. I think I have one on my desktop. We just need to pop that open. Yeah, so we will, let's make sure. Yeah, that's him. So we'll copy this guy and bring him to, we can actually go to Godot, and this is pretty sweet. I didn't know this for a while, but you can like right click and then say open in file manager, and then we can just paste that here. So then we can grab that file path and paste it in here. So there we go. We now have a player image. And, oh shit, I did kind of fuck up here. So our King Cobra over here is actually a character body 3D. So let's go ahead and change DSP to that. So we'll say change type. Character body 3D. And then we just need to change this. And we should be good now, I think. What's the warning here? Oh yeah, I need a shape. Let's go ahead and add a collision shape 3D. And we'll make that into a capsule shape. We'll go to our 3D. And then we'll encapsulate DSP, which is, yeah. We'll roughly get a shape. The size of this fucking lad. Alright. There we go. Too tall. Let me get straight on that axis and bring it down. That's good enough for now. The testing area, I really don't have a whole lot of collision going on with the characters just yet. And it's not going to be like a collision-based hit system anyway. It's going to be scanning for range anyway. So these don't have to be like precise at all. The actual character movement shit. So with that said, I think we can get back to coding. So we have a player image and we have that loaded there. The next thing we need for King Cobra is a save file. So we are creating this dictionary. We have a save file name. So when we create a new game, we have like a save file that is stored in the player data. And we have to pass that into our game manager so we can pull all of our stats from that. So that's what this is. Let's go ahead and copy pretty much all of that, and I'll explain a little more. So, perfect, yeah. So let me open this up. I have a game manager here, and we'll go to DSP. Let me copy this. Yeah. Activate Windows. No, I don't think I will. So, yeah, we go to our game manager. Let me Control F and pop that in. Get save file name. Return save file name. Oh, okay. So what is that? So if I Control F on that fucker. Where am I setting this? Okay, so that's the actual username. Perfect. And then let me go back to my DSP. So I really don't need that. I'm just kind of trying to remember how everything works. So then I have my stats, which are actually from a CSV that I download. So when we say get base skills, let me go to that one real quick. That's the one I was looking for. Control C. Let me go back to Game Manager. And so, yeah. Where's the actual thing? Okay, so yeah, we get our CSV data from this script right here. And I think I can open that up. Corrected.txt. Okay, so I'm gonna have to find it. Let's see, it's yeah. So these are our player characters, and I should just be able to add one down here. So let's say DSP. Man, I need some names for an attack. Terry Davis adjacent. No, I'm not schizophrenic, and I'm not very good at programming. But yeah, I'm gonna grab a sip of water. I gotta come up with like a name for an attack. I'm thinking one should definitely be Beg for DSP. I was thinking I was gonna have one where he's like, begging, and then everyone is forced to give him money on the screen. That would be fucking gold. Um, but hold on real quick. All right, so we got beg. Let's just oh yeah, I have a fucking kick that's really funny. So we're gonna say shitty kick. Kick. And then let's see, what is it? Speed, intelligence, health, magic, and autism. So Dark Side Phil, probably not very fast. Let's put him at a 15. So for reference, we got Cobes, his speed is about 30. We got Wings, his speed is about 15. So yeah, I think him and, well, he's probably a little faster than Wings. Let's put him at like 19. Ralph is at a 25, just because, does he look 5'1" to you, bitch? I don't think so. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add some fucking speed intelligence. So DSP is, I think, a little bit smarter than people believe he is. So we're gonna give him a in this scale, like a 5 would be high and a 1 would be low. So let's give him like a 3. I think most people would put him at a 2, but they underestimate him. And then health, he's pretty healthy. I think his wife feeds him pretty well. We're going to put him at a 3. And magic, DSP's not magic. He's going to be a 1. And he's really not that autistic. He's just kind of like loserish. So we'll put him at a 1 there. So I think that looks pretty good. That'll be good. We'll save that. And we'll go back to our character body. Oh, sorry. No, let's go back to our DSP. So those stats get saved to this dictionary here, and then that gets saved right there as a dictionary, so we can reference it throughout our player script that we're going to write. The project and end goal is to make a Baldur's Gate type game with lolcows. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much where I'm going. But yeah, to get back to it, let's get rid of this. Get rid of that. That's right, I was just going to keep iterating through here. But yeah, the reason I'm doing it in like a tutorial format is because I like to I don't know, I like to give out free education and shit. I think it's fun. And it's like, I don't think it's that brave. I mean, there's like Kiwi Tapes and, Smokey MC and like, everyone's jumping on the fucking lolcow shit. There's a lolcow trading card game now. It's not just like some small sector of the internet. But yeah, so we have our constant speed. I think that's for our actual like movements. So that doesn't have anything to do with our character stats up here. The jump velocity, I don't think we even use that. I'm not sure why it's in here. But turn speed is how fast I think the character turns toward whatever it's looking at. It's really only used when we're like moving. And so everyone has to have a navigation agent because I'm going to navigate stuff. So let me actually copy. This will be the next section to copy and paste into DSP. And yeah, I'm just going to leave a little comment saying all for navigation. And yeah. So that looks pretty good. The next thing, let's keep going down the list. So we got our current health, we have and then our states. Let me separate that out a little bit and add a little comment. States. So we'll grab this and we'll put it there. Did I miss anything? Yeah, his health. And I realize that I should probably make like a class and everything, but I'm still in a very like prototyping phase, so it's kind of better for me to build some stuff out separately, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to have a lot of fun with it. I have a job other than this, so um, yeah, let's see. We're gonna need the animation player, reference to it, the state label. So yeah, let's save this stuff, and then we're gonna have to add some stuff to our character. So we'll hit that up. We're going to have to change the animation player here to that one. So let me close that. Yeah, animation player. State label, we need to make a state label. Let's go ahead and just say 3D. 3D. Damn, where the fuck is it? Label 3D, of course. Alright. So then we'll go back to our 3D and we're going to grab it and go to text. And say text. Alright, so we now need to bring that up, and I think we need to set some flags. So let's make the font size huge. Let's also make it something other than white, maybe something like purple, so that way it shows up pretty good. We know it's from DSP. No outline. Okay, here's what I was looking for. There we go. Billboard enabled, so it's always facing us, so we can always read it. And yeah, this is going to be used so I can see what state DSP is in at all times. So, alrighty, let's get back to coding. We got the state label, the animation player, and let me rename that to state label. There we go. So now we need to get a right hand, and what is that? So that was just a bone attachment, and we need that for throwing stuff. It's where I spawn stuff from. So we're going to go to the skeleton and say add and bone attachment and create. And what did I call it? I want to keep things as consistent as possible. Right hand, and let's attach that to the Mixamo right hand. There we go. And what's the warning? It is bound. All right, so yeah, what are we doing now? All right, we need to change that. Let me open this back up. Actually, I just need to pull this shit over because I still need this to be visible. Awesome. So we can, I'm just going to delete this whole fucking thing. And then we can say right hand, and it should pop up. There we go. So now we have a reference to our right hand, so I can spawn objects in it when we throw, because I have that ability. Nice. So, Cobra's voice, we need to change that to DSP's wonderful, beautiful voice. Let's go ahead and add voice. Not voice, sorry. Audio. Yeah, it's an audio stream player. I probably should have said that. And I just call it voice because that's what the character speaks with. I need battle lines for them, for these hardened warriors. Voice, and we'll call that DSP's voice. It's about time somebody listened to him and gave him some money. Let's go to var gravity don't even remember if we need that. But it's always good to have gravity. Keeps us down. So we'll so the ready function, we're going to grab that from my already completed script as well, and then we'll just kind of go over what's in it. So really, I just use this to print the stats to make sure that this was gotten correctly. And let's see, we add to the group's combatant, we add to the group cobes, but we're going to add to the group DSP. DSP. And I think I'm trying to keep everything lowercase, and then it is going to be, I guess we'll make him a player character for now, and then we might turn him into an enemy, but I think he works good as a player. Alright, let's keep going. We'll save that, and I'll bring this down. Let me go back to King Cobra. So we have this move to position, and we'll just Control C and then bring that down, and Control V here. And I did make a video on YouTube about this movement system that I made. I'm pretty sure I did, yeah. And I think some people liked it. I got some downloads on my Gumroad, but I mean, it's not that complicated. So basically, our nav right here, we already set up a reference to it. But shit, we did not add one to our guy over here. So let's just plus, and we'll say nav, and it's a navigation agent. So yeah, we shouldn't have to change anything. It should register right there. But yeah, so that's our nav, and what this does is set the next place where we're trying to get to, and then this will make more sense once we have our process function and we have states. Right now we haven't really gotten to that point. So let's save and continue on. Okay, so face nearest enemy. This is kind of just a helper function, so I'm not going to explain too much about this. Basically what this does is whenever I enter like battle mode in 3D, like you saw earlier if you were watching, you know what, I'll just go ahead and fucking show it off again. Let's go to our start screen. Yeah, I got all those models. It's gonna take a second. Oh, great. Yeah, of course. It's gonna crash. Alright, let me delete that function for now and then save. And then I'll explain what I mean, because that is kind of important to show. Oh, great. Alright, you fucking piece of shit. Yeah. Hallelujah. Alright, so let's go to Felted, load game. And what I was trying to explain is that if you just click here and you move, so once we enter combat, once Cyrax gets within our range, you can see that they both turn to him. That's what that function does, is just turn the player.
And I will destroy you.
And that is Cyrax emitting a stink, and then he's going to use his next attack, Bitch Smack.
I made you, and I will destroy
I
you.
lose my fucking temper over these stupid fucking assholes.
And as you can see, it's now the King's turn, so we can select Cobra. And it's a little broken right now, but I can break out of that. So we have this attack. We can do a swipe. And yeah, we can also throw something. But yeah, we should be in turn-based mode, but right now these buttons kind of break it. But I kind of need them for testing purposes. So that's where I'm at right now, and that's why we're getting DSP, so I can get more characters to fire shit at. So that's what that function does. So face nearest enemy, that just turns us towards the fucking enemy. And we're going to have to make this variable. Let's see where that's done. Closest enemy. Hold on, let me go back. Oh, get min value. Okay, so I need that function as well. So this is just another helper function. I'm going to grab that and add it down here. And let me add a little note that just says, shit. What should this say? Just used to get the minimum dict value. There we go. So I can close that, and we'll close this. Makes us face the player in combat mode. Awesome. Yeah, so let's go back. So these are voice lines. Do we have any voice lines for DSP? Does anybody have any suggestions for voice lines for DSP? Damn, I kind of need some, but for right now, I'm just going to... Oh no, the camera's still on. I'm definitely going to have to get that one. I crop them from YouTube, and then I turn them into audio bits. Let me... Yeah, I need some type of music to keep my brain moving. Okay, so we're back in DSP, face nearest enemy, got those. So now we're actually going to start getting our like meat and potatoes, so our physics process. And I'm just going to grab these first two, and I'll kind of explain what the rest are as I go. But I just want to explain the general idea first. So we'll Control V, we'll copy these in. We'll code those out because obviously we're not going to have a Cobe's voice, and we don't have any voice lines right now, so we don't have anything to play. But yeah, the idea of a state machine is basically every tick of the physics process. So this goes 60 frames a second. You will be updating from whatever the current state is to the next state. And we set these states up here. And so I say my next state is idle. So on the first frame of the game, this puts me into the idle state, and then I will play my, idle animation. So we don't have an attack ring, so I'm just going to get rid of this right now. I think that's an outdated thing I was doing. But let's go and let's check what our idle animation is called. This is the one we're going to play when we enter and we're idle. So it's not going to be the YMCA, it's going to be this one. That should be okay. That's our fight idle. He puts his fists up like a big boy. Let's go back to fucking idle. We'll loop that so it keeps looping. And yeah, so basically when we first enter the game, we're going to start without anything on our current state, and then we'll our next state will determine what we'll be in. So that'll be idle. So we'll go right to here, and we'll be in here until something acts upon us and changes us to something different. And then here is where we update our state label, because it's checking if the previous state is not equal to the current one, so meaning that we just changed, then this will be true for one frame. So we only will do this once. So the reason we do this whole thing is so that we can have repeating actions in here, like moving towards a target, but we can call them once. So we could like call the targeting once and then move to that, which will make sense when I start adding all this shit. So you need the ability to run one thing in a process function while running one thing one time. And I think the moving state is going to explain that the best. So let's just grab that, and we'll come down and paste it right there. All right. Let me walk through here. Let me get a sip. Sorry, my mouth is so dry. I don't normally talk this much. All right, fuck. All right. So, if we're in the moving state, let's get rid of that. We don't need that shit. We need to first tell the animation player to play our animation just like we did up here. So our current state will not be equal to the previous state on the first time we enter the moving state. So we only do this one time. We go to our animation player and we say, let's go to our 3D, animation. You gotta love Godot's UI sometimes. So what do we want? We want to walk, and we have this goofy run, which is what we're going to use because he's going to be running. So we'll say goofy run. We'll remember that, and in player, and it should start auto-filling. There we go. Goofy run. Perfect. So while in the moving state, we're going to play that animation. And the target pause is the nav.getNextPath position. So the direction, global position dot direction to target position. So if thinking about how I'm going to explain this, let me. So what happens is when you're like King Cobra and you're in the game, I have this testing area. The camera 3D here has a script, and I need to remember how that works. So when we're clicking in the game world here, the camera is actually registering the input. So when we click on a character, it puts that character as the active character. And then when we click on a position in the game world, our camera sends that back to the game manager and says, hey, we just clicked on a place in the world and we need the character to move to that position. So it then sends that position to our character, and that activates the functions that we're coding now, which tells us where to go. So that might sound a little complicated, but it's like the easiest way to fucking do it at this point. So I have idle, moving, and dead. Let's create a little world for DSP himself, and we're going to add our camera holder there. And yeah, we're going to have to do probably some maintenance to that. But yeah, let's go 3D. We'll add, we just need a mesh instance. Let's grab a box. Sturdy, trusty, the box. Let's make it fucking 0.5, and then we're gonna make it like I don't know, 500 by 500. So we'll make it like that. We'll bring it down just a little bit, and we'll call this DSP's Playhouse. Wonderful. And this is going to be our ground. Our ground. Fucking piece of shit. Alright. Our ground. So, if we go over here and we say create tri-mesh static body, we now have a static body. And I think I have some material, so let's see if we can do a quick load. DSP is Darkside Phil. He's a gamer. He's a lolcow. It's kind of a whole cast of people on Kiwi Farms this game's going to be about. So let's grab... shit, do I have any other materials? I thought I had like a... Let's see, albedo. I know I have some type of texture. Quick load. What textures do I have? Damn, I thought I had like bricks or something. Hold on, let me just grab something real quick from my desktop. Let's see. Yeah, let's grab flat concrete. Copy. And then we'll let's make a new folder. And this is going to be fuck what? Environment textures. Camel case it. All right, so where's that at? We'll say open in file manager and paste. There we go. So now I can load that shit from there. Awesome. Now we'll plop DSP in there. So there we go. Let me hit this, and I'm going to work on that texture just a little bit. Where is it? Here we go. That looks all right. Okay, doesn't really even matter. And then we'll also add the what is it called? Camera holder. Damn, that might not even be feasible. We might have to plug him right into this scene. Shit. Actually, yeah, fuck it. Let's see what happens. Save branch as scene. And then we'll make a camera holder. Alright, so then we'll plug that into this one here. Camera holder. Okay. Let's save that, and we'll save this in testing only. Oh, really? Wow. So we'll save it in there. Let's try running it. Well, we're probably going to get a ton of errors. Let's just double check some shit. So the normal flow of the game is I go to the start screen, and then from there it'll load me into that scene. So let's just go here, DSPs. Playhouse, awesome. Let's go over here. We need to pull up our start screen. I need to redirect it. Awesome. It's more complicated than I fucking remember. We're not going to do that. Let's just try running this and see what happens. See if the camera even works in this scene. Oh, it's loading. All right. Okay, so yeah, we are good. Awesome. So we can rotate. We see he's in the idle state. Let's see what happens if we click on him. Update log in base nil. So collider. Let's go ahead and print the object collider. So give me 1 second. I gotta take a sip. Alright, back into the explanation of how every fucking thing in this game works. When our object is clicked, this is in our camera class. Whenever we click on an object there, it goes to here, and we basically say whatever we clicked on. So we had an error at this line, and so I'm not sure what the problem is, because it's just asking for the collider. For collider in object. Yeah, let's just go ahead and print object, and let's add a little thing here that says here's your object, and then yeah, and then here is your collider. Let's give that a shot. Yeah, I thought it means that it can't, like, find the shit, but if it says there's something there, then, like, I don't know. I don't know why it's tripping out. Let's run it from the top and see what the fuck happens. Should be alright. Alright, so we're idle, and then we click on him. Let's go to our output. Here's your object, position. Yeah, collider DSP. Okay. Oh, bl.update log. Okay, so let me go here. This is our, yeah, it is missing something, I understand now. So if I go to my battle log. So we have this battle log.instantiate, and that's part of the UI that you see on the screen. If I go to 2D, ah shit, it doesn't appear until the game loads, but it's the one that's up here, and it loads all the images of people. And I think right now it's saying that we don't have a certain property on that fucking node. We don't have a property on DSP that the battle manager needs, so let me go back to that line. Update log in base nil. Oh, okay. I think I know what's going on. So our instantiate UI is Control F. Yeah, let's just try instantiating that up here. So basically when the game is created from my start screen, I don't instantiate the UI in the ready phase. I instantiate it like later after it's loaded in. So I think I am going to have to go to my start screen. Make new profile, load game. Okay, so let me just go to my game manager and find this function, and then I'll just redirect it from there. So Control F, and let me pop over to my game manager. And are you the game manager? I guess you are. Which one? Is it really what I wanted? No. Oh yeah, make new profile. I wanted get load game. Load game. beginning map. This is what I fucking wanted. Alright, so now we just have to redirect to our current scene. Let's move this over. I'm actually just going to comment that out, and we'll Control C, Control V. And we'll drag that right on in there. Then we'll save. So now we'll start from the start screen and everything should be good. I shouldn't have to change anything. So we go to our camera holder. I think we go to my game manager. Did I fuck something up? No, I don't think so. Alright, let's fucking do it. Alright. Oh, thank you. No threats detected. We select get the fuck out of the way. We hit load game. So now we should be able to click on him and our battle log is instantiated. So yes, you were correct. The battle log was not a thing. So we click on him now and we get the node we clicked on. So now if I click on a position over here, it tells us what we've clicked on, static body 3D. But I think what our issue is in the camera holder. So for one, we don't have any logic for when we click on DSP. It just tells us what we clicked on. Let's see, where do I find that part? Man, I thought it was right here. I know there's a match statement. What the fuck? Am I looking in the wrong thing? Maybe it is in Game Manager. Hold on, I completely forgot what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah, so when we click on DSP, we need it to load different logic. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so we go to our game manager, and I know it's a match statement. So here it is. Move active character, and then object clicked. So, oh, I did leave a little note for myself. This function will be called whenever anything is clicked in the world. So this is actually called from our camera class and goes to our game manager script. Sorry, not class, script. So if the name of our thing is King Cobra, then we update our active character. We need to add one of these in here. So instead of Ethan Ralph, we're going to add DSP. And then we'll say update active character DSP. And then let's take a look at that function. Control F. Bring it on up. Active character equals character. Awesome. So that's just updating shit. Nice. Okay. We might get an error there, but we'll address that as we go. Okay, awesome. So that doesn't do anything. Nice. Perfect. What a waste of a function. So all that's looking good. When we click on it, we update our active character to DSP. And then when we click on something else, so we need to call that ground, I believe. If I go to testing area, yeah, I need to call the ground that we tread upon. I need to rename this to ground. Awesome. So when we click on that, it'll know, and I'm going to implement a better way for it to tell, obviously, later, but for right now, since I'm only doing testing, just name the ground. I mean, it's pretty fucking simple. So yeah, then we move active character, and I think I have everything hooked up to make him move. We'll fucking give that a shot. Let's go to our start screen and reload the bastard. Alright, so we'll again select felted, we'll go there, and battle phase display, idle, awesome. So we can click on him now, and I think we should be able to click over here. Oh shit. Invalid get index position. Oh, start draw path. Active character instance, null. So let's figure out where we're not getting that from. I'm just going to Control C and Control V. Move active character. Oh, okay, so I am going to have to add that in here. Alright, so let's say DSP. Get first node in group. And what did we call DSP? We made a DSP group, right? Yes. Awesome. I'm not an idiot. Okay. So we just give that a little plug-a-rooney in. And then we'll go here. So move active character. Let me Control F. That's coming from our camera for sure, right? Camera holder. No match found. Game manager. Oh, so that comes from there. Okay, so whenever we click on something, we call the move active character. The active character is stored in our game manager script, and we update it whenever a new character is clicked on. So that's what this function does. So then we just get the position of whatever we clicked on, and it says take that active character that we have selected and move to that position. So when we're saying active character instance, we're actually referencing the node of the player character. So yeah, there we fucking go. Let's go ahead and give that another shot. Should be good to go. It's going to take a second. Oh yeah, and I forgot to show this off. We got Joshua Moon up here. I'm going to make this spin. I totally forgot about that. And the texture's a little fucked up, but we're going to fix that. So, I'll say fuck. Yeah, they all load the same thing. It doesn't matter at this point. So, we click on our boy DSP. We click on a position, and he does this goofy run, but he doesn't move. And I think I know why. So, yeah. But, I gotta grab something to drink and take a piss, so I'm going to put him on screen and just say be back. Be back in a few. Be back in 5. Alright, so I'm back. Shit, hold on. Alright, so now I'm back. Let me get this shit off the screen. And, yeah, let's figure out why he's not moving. So we click on him again, we click around. So we definitely registered that we clicked on the ground. Oh, look at all them debugs. What do them debuggers say? Node origin or target in the same position. Look at failed. Wonderful. Okay, so let's double check what's going on. So we're in the physics process and we know we're getting to this moving thing because our animation is playing the goofy run. So our target position is nav.get next path position. So where are we updating that? Let's just go through here, Control F, and okay, so when we send the move to on that function that we looked at before the break, let me go back to that. The game manager. So we get tree, get first node in group. That's going to be the only node in the group. DSP. That is our active character instance. When we click on him in the game, we then move to that position that we're passing in. And I'm pretty sure our position is getting passed in fine. So let's just go back to where we were. So we're now here. We set the target position to where we clicked on, and we set our next state to moving. Okay, so that's where we update our state. Awesome, wonderful. All that looks good. Direction is where we're supposed to go. And so the look at failing is weird. What is the problem? Is there anything that we're missing? Move and collide, velocity. Velocity is a built-in variable, so we don't need to declare that. It's even got its own color. Let's just not make him look at the shit right now. I doubt that's the problem, though. So how can I debug this? Let's just run it again and see what the hell happens. Alright, so then we click on this guy and we try to move. We go into the moving state, but we don't move. He don't move at all. Here's your collider ground. So let's check well, obviously it's being called, right? So we go back to DSP. Obviously we're getting to the moving state because the animation's playing. Let's check King Cobra. Oh, there might be something down here at the very bottom. No, I don't think so. What am I doing wrong here? Direction times speed. That looks good. Alright, so let me do this. When we hit our move 2, let's print. We are attempting to move to this position, positon. Alright, and then we'll say pause. We do have a nav, right? Control F, nav. Yeah, navigation agent. I mean, that would cause an error, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, let's take it from the top and run it again, see what happens. The incredibly fun world of game development. Alright, so we are attempting to move to that position. I just don't understand why the move and slide isn't moving him. Is he maybe stuck? In the geometry or something? Let's take a look at our scene. I'm going to separate that out, and I'm going to take DSP and raise him up a little bit. I mean, there's nothing I can see right off the back, so his collision shape looks good. Let's see if he was maybe just stuck in the geometry. Because he's a character body 3D. I mean, he's got the fucking, he's got the move and slide. He should be shucking and jiving, but he's not. Alright, we click on him. We go over here, moving. We are attempting to move to this position. So let me check a couple of things. Let's go back to our game manager. Active character. Where are we declaring this? Control C. I mean, that's definitely getting called, though. Damn. Let me get rid of this right now, because we don't need that shit. All right. Yeah, let me run that shit. Alright. Back in the game. Go over here. So. You can keep clicking. You can click on DSP. So we can switch his state to these, but he doesn't have them. We can even find... Damn. So I can fire without having to attach that. I didn't know that. But DSP, why the fuck are you not moving? I think you're just being an asshole at this point. Offset is already... No. Don't worry about that. There's got to be an error in this script. So the speed... if I go to King Cobra, what is his speed? Maybe the speed's just super fucking low. And moving. Yeah, I don't see any difference. Let me give this a shot. Really didn't change anything. All we need to change is the goofy run. You know what? I wonder if my fucking shit's all fucked up. Because I copied and pasted a bunch of this. Can we try some shit real quick? I think it should be fine. I don't know, I've never had it fuck up before, but like I've had it when I copy from ChatGPT where my indention's all fucked up. But, I mean, this is copied from another Godot script, so that should be fine. If distance to target is less than 1. Let's not do that. Let's actually do that and see if it gives us the error again. Alright, so we'll go to Felted, load the game. We'll pop on over. And we'll start clicking. Okay. So there's, you know, we already... I should have edited that out. I knew about that one. That's all me. Let's go to my animation player and make sure... Oh, sorry. I'm on the wrong fucking thing. Animation player. Oh, Goofy, run. Alright. So, the look at we're going to get rid of for right now. And we have our navigation agent that's labeled correctly. So blowing my mind.
You ain't shit. I made you, and I will destroy you.
I lose my fucking temper over these stupid fucking assholes.